Hey guys, it's Morgan. Welcome back to another tech video, a little how-to on swapping springs on shocks. This is going to be on a KTM shock, but the principles are the same no matter what shock you're dealing with. I know that a lot of you guys are probably laughing at me even making a video about this, but for all of you who are wondering how to do this, welcome to Highland Cycles. This is our little shop here in Montrose, Colorado, where we do all kinds of cool stuff. And make sure you check out the rest of the channel. We do a weekly vlog, we do racing, we do reviews, long-term testing, anyway, bike builds, giveaways, all kinds of stuff. But today it's all about just swapping a spring on a shock. All right guys, to start off, you gotta get the shock off the bike. I'm not showing you that specifically because it changes on every bike. This is off of an XCW KTM, so super easy. Comes right out with no problems, which is really nice. But your bike may be different. If you maybe comment below what bike you guys have and you want to see me take that off, because sometimes it's a bit of a process, and there's definitely shortcuts and things that make it way faster for some bikes than others. But like I said, this is just about swapping spring. Super simple, guys. You got to take the tension off the spring. You don't need a special puller on most shocks. Now, some shocks, if they put too long of a spring on or something like that, you might need a special tool for that. But generally speaking, you don't need any special tools to remove these things. So a vise is nice. Let's chalk this thing up. All right, now on this KTM style shock, you're going to come in here, we're going to loosen that. And you'll notice it was not very tight. That's good. A lot of people ruin shock bodies on KTM shocks by over tightening this piece because it's aluminum on plastic. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. If you tighten it down, it can actually squeeze the shock body. So on reassembly, you're gonna want to make sure you do that. Now, it is really nice to have a sort of a spanner wrench of some sort to get this done. You can do it with a punch, but I don't recommend it on these plastic ones. On the Japanese style, it's no big deal. But highly recommend getting the right tool for your shock. And obviously this wrench would work on lots and lots of other shocks. Now guys, you're gonna watch up here. Let's see how that's taking tension off. That's more than far enough. Drop that down. Now I got this circlip. Boom. Whole thing comes right up and off. Different springs have different stuff going on. Some of them are narrower at the bottom than at the top, and vice versa. So pay attention. If your spring is like that, make sure you pay attention. I'm gonna set that one off to the side. Get our Q spring that we get from Intech USA. Ooh, so pretty. It's even got like a metal flake finish on it. I love it. Now, here's a little something that I like to think about. So shock's upside down right now. I like to make sure I put it on so that you can read the writing while it's right side up. So make sure that's upside down. Making sure you have this here. This is a protector for this plastic guy. And even the steel ones usually have some sort of band there. But yeah, want to make sure that's there. Again, we're going to make sure it fits because sometimes it's smaller at the bottom and the top, but on this style spring, I happen to know that they're not. They're the same both up and down. Make sure we put our protector ring on, then our keeper, then our clip, and we're going to start turning it back up. All right, now as you get close, guys, to it topping out up here, or come under tension, right as it goes under tension, right about there. Now, normally, our preload spec is about 6 turns, somewhere in 5 to 7 turns of the adjuster. That puts about the right amount of preload on if you've got the right spring. So it gets us really close when we send the bike back to have the, for the person that gets it, they can check their sag. It should be really close at that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look here, and I don't know, yeah, right there. So there's a mark. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to take a marker, mark that, and that'll come right off, no problem. And we're going to spin this thing around 6 times. One more time. And it's okay if it's not an exact right place, guys. It's just close enough. Now we're going to tighten this up. Try to put it back in the orientation that it was. It's easy to get to on the bike if you need to adjust it again. We're just going to go, again, this is just a KTM. We're just going to go until that touches. Until the two pieces of aluminum touch, and we're good. That will keep it from spinning, and it's not squeezing that down. All right, I can reinstall it, good to go. If you've got a Japanese style shock, you can have the 2 lock rings, same thing. It's usually 6 turns of preload, get you really close if the shock spring is correct for your weight. And then with that one, obviously you're gonna turn that lock nut up and then take a punch or something. I like to use this, let me show you. You get these things from Motion Pro, but they have a brass end on them so they don't mess it up too bad, but still do not use this on the plastic. There you go. Short, sweet, to the point. I hope you guys liked that video. Make sure you check out the rest of the channel. We do lots of cool stuff. If you need parts and you're not shopping locally, although I highly recommend you shop locally, use the link in the description for Rocky Mountain ATV. It helps us, helps you guys. We love you, and we'll see you on the next one.